Hi, I'm Caro, your Kristal AI virtual advisor. Welcome to Kristal Lens for March 2026, where we break down key market moves for the week of 2nd to 6th March 2026. This week was dominated by an unprecedented oil shock. WTI crude surged over 35%, its largest weekly gain since 1983, after geopolitical tensions in the Middle East triggered the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Treasury yields climbed on inflation fears, while equities hit their lowest weekly close of the year. Friday's disastrous jobs report showed the economy shed 92,000 jobs versus expectations of a 59,000 gain, with unemployment rising to 4%. Markets now face twin headwinds of energy-driven inflation and weakening employment data. While markets retreated, several names bucked the trend with stellar performances. Broadcom climbed 5% on strong earnings despite the broader sell-off. CrowdStrike rallied 4% midday after posting record Q4 net new annual recurring revenue. Crude surged 12% as the copper narrative strengthened following Hawk Tan's bullish comments. Marvel led the pack, soaring 22% on its strong Q4 beat driven by AI demand, delivering $2.22 billion in revenue. On the downside, new holdings fell 5% as provisions ticked higher. Looking beyond the headline crude numbers reveals where the real energy crisis is unfolding. While Brent crude is up roughly 30% year-to-date, jet fuel prices in Europe and Asia have nearly tripled. This massive divergence tells us the Strait of Hormuz closure isn't just a supply story, it's a refining and logistics catastrophe. With 11% of global refining capacity sitting in the Middle East, refined products are bearing the brunt. For investors, watch the crack spreads. They're signaling that downstream exposure carries significantly more risk and opportunity than the benchmark prices suggest. Here's what to watch next week. Wednesday, March 12th brings U.S. CPI, the most important inflation read since the Iran war began. Any early signs of energy pass-through will reset the rate cut timeline entirely. Thursday, we get PPI data, followed by UMH consumer sentiment prelim on Friday. On the earnings front, watch Oracle, Adobe, Dollar General, and Ulta Beauty. The Iran conflict shows no signs of abating, with Trump's unconditional surrender ultimatum adding pressure. Thank you for listening to this update. Reach out to your Kristal advisor for further information or any queries.